Hello. My name is Harrison Mayuku, and you are welcome to Story World. The story begins with a flashback to Veronica's childhood, where her beauty was both a blessing and a curse. Raised by a manipulative mother who taught her that beauty is a weapon, Veronica learns early on that she can get anything she wants by using her looks. This early exposure to deceit and manipulation plants the seeds of her later actions. As she grows older, Veronica develops an insatiable hunger for power and control, seeing men not as equals but as tools to be used and discarded. Now in her late 20s, Veronica has perfected the art of manipulation. She targets wealthy, influential, and married men, using them to gain access to luxurious lifestyles. Each affair is meticulously planned, with Veronica taking pleasure in the chaos she creates in the lives of the unsuspecting wives. She sees herself as a master puppeteer, pulling the strings of those around her. However, the story introduces subtle hints that Veronica's actions are starting to attract unwanted attention from forces she doesn't yet understand. The narrative delves into the aftermath of Veronica's affairs, providing glimpses into the shattered lives of the women left behind. Some women spiral into depression, others become obsessed with revenge, and a few even consider ending their lives. One wife, Linda, becomes particularly unhinged, hiring a private investigator to track Veronica's every move. The investigator uncovers Veronica's long trail of deceit, but before Linda can confront her, she mysteriously disappears, leaving behind a cryptic note hinting that she is going after the source. Veronica's next target is Daniel, a handsome and wealthy businessman with a seemingly perfect life. His wife, Helena, is the epitome of grace and elegance, which only fuels Veronica's desire to conquer him. However, Daniel is different from the men Veronica usually ensnares. He is deeply devoted to Helena and seems almost immune to Veronica's charms. As Veronica grows more obsessed with Daniel, she begins to overlook subtle signs that Helena is not an ordinary woman. The tension builds as Helena senses the encroaching danger and begins to lay her own traps. Veronica's pursuit of Daniel intensifies, and she starts to experience strange occurrences. Her reflection seems to move on its own, whispers follow her in the dark, and she has vivid nightmares of being hunted. Ignoring these signs, she presses on, believing that nothing can stand in her way. Meanwhile, Helena begins to research Veronica's past, uncovering a disturbing pattern of broken families and ruined lives. Helena consults with an old friend, a wise woman with knowledge of ancient magic, who warns her that Veronica is not just a threat to her marriage, but to her soul. The story takes a darker turn as the wives of Veronica's past lovers, including the unstable Linda, form a secret society dedicated to stopping her. They meet in secret, sharing their stories and pooling their resources. Through their efforts, they discover that Veronica's actions are not just the result of a toxic upbringing but may be influenced by something supernatural, an ancient curse passed down through her bloodline. This curse compels Veronica to destroy relationships, feeding on the pain she causes to maintain her youth and beauty. However, their wives learn that there is a way to break the curse, but it comes with a high price. Veronica finally manages to seduce Daniel, believing she has won. However, during their first encounter, something goes horribly wrong. Daniel, who had been resisting her advance, due to his own knowledge of Helena's power, suddenly turns cold and distant. When Veronica confronts him, he reveals that he was never interested in her and only pretended to be under her spell to protect his wife. Enraged and humiliated, Veronica storms out, but she is soon followed by a shadowy figure, Linda, who has been tracking her every move. Linda confronts Veronica, revealing that she knows about the curse and is determined to end it, even if it means killing Veronica. Veronica narrowly escapes Linda's attack but is left wounded and terrified. She retreats to her luxurious penthouse, only to find it overrun by strange symbols and dark energy. Helena arrives at the penthouse, and in a dramatic confrontation, reveals that she knows about the curse and that Veronica has been unwittingly feeding it. Helena offers Veronica a chance to break free from the curse by renouncing her ways and seeking forgiveness from those she has wronged. Veronica, too proud to admit her faults, rejects the offer, laughing in Helena's face. Helena, saddened but resolute, begins chanting an incantation, and Veronica is enveloped in a blinding light. Veronica awakens in a dark alley, disoriented and panicked. As she tries to stand, she realizes she is no longer in her human form but has been transformed into a dog. Her once flawless skin is now covered in fur, and her voice is reduced to whimpers and growls. Stripped of her beauty and power, Veronica is forced to confront the reality of her situation. She is now at the mercy of the world she once controlled, unable to communicate or seek help. The curse has taken everything from her, leaving her trapped in a body she despises. Veronica's life as a dog is a harsh and brutal existence. She is rejected by those she once manipulated, scorned by strangers, and chased by other animals. The world she once ruled is now her prison, and every day is a struggle for survival. However, despite her suffering, Veronica begins to reflect on her past actions, realizing the pain she has caused. She longs for redemption but feels it is out of reach. As she wanders the city, she encounters other dogs who, like her, have been cast aside by society. They form an unlikely pack, and Veronica begins to see the world from a different perspective, slowly learning the value of loyalty, kindness, and true connection. The story ends with Veronica, now fully aware of the consequences of her actions, desperately searching for a way to break the curse. Just as she is about to give up hope, she encounters a mysterious figure, a man with piercing eyes and a knowing smile. He seems to recognize her and offers her a choice: continue to suffer as a dog or undertake a perilous journey to seek redemption and possibly reclaim her humanity. The story leaves readers with a cliffhanger, as Veronica hesitates, unsure of what to do. The man's cryptic words hint at even darker challenges ahead, setting the stage for the next installment. Final note: the epilogue ends with a message to the readers: Veronica's journey is far from over. Will she find redemption, or will she fall deeper into darkness? Stay tuned for part 2 of The Seductress Downfall, The Path to Redemption. Thank you for watching.